Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about the basics. Za egyo desu. Sore dewa ikimashou. So let's get going. This is the 5th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, and now my new book in Japanese, Za Eigyo, is available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 289. Today, we're talking about blocking, tackling, and grinding in sales. The famous Green Bay Packers coach, Vince Lombardi, often referred to the importance of the basics in the American football game, the blocking and tackling. Being an Aussie and a rugby fan, I sort of know what he's talking about. The brilliant plays, full length of the field returns, Hail Mary throws, the tactics and strategies, all important. But if the basics are not being done properly, it all comes crashing down and you will never win. Sales is the same. Blocking and tackling is boring, grinding, not flashy, and not exciting. There are many aspects of sales which are dead boring, painful, annoying, and irritating, but they have to be done. For some salespeople, though, landing the whale client is a much more scintillating idea. I've had a number of salespeople who are very talented, smart individuals who found all that blocking and tackling was for lesser mortals. They decided to start at the top and work up from there. Their intelligence proved to be a stumbling block to success in sales. That big deal would be the game changer. This client is going to be a big contributor to profits once a deal is landed. Except I'm still waiting years later for that deal to be landed. That revenue they trumpeted never turned up. And they are gone. Recently, a friend of mine asked me to coach someone whose business was struggling. In the course of the conversation, it became clear that the blocking and tackling of sales wasn't exciting for him. Here's a revelation. It isn't exciting for anyone. Nevertheless, the business needed income, and he was the one designated to go out and get the deals. Our mindset can work against us as well as for us. If we want to pursue bright, shiny objects because this is exciting, we want to avoid all the slog of sales because this is boring, well, we will be out of a job or out of our business. We have to change our mindset, and there is nothing like survival to focus your attention where it needs to be. The pandemic has not negatively affected all industries, but it has hammered most, mine included. This is the most difficult time in business I've ever experienced. due to a catalyst we haven't seen in play since the Spanish flu in 1918. There is no corporate memory on how to deal with this existential threat to corporate survival. Clients are now working from home. You call their office, and all you get is subordinate obscurantism regarding their email address or their phone number or any other details about how to get in contact with them. The blocking and tackling of cold calling has become so irritating in Japan. Maybe it's the same everywhere, but here there is a definite mindset that anyone calling the company is an enemy and they must be thwarted at every turn. The boss's minions who answer the phone probably imagine they're doing a good job, keeping their boss away from callers. But are they really helping? The wheels of commerce need to turn, and nothing happens in business until a sale is made. We need new and better services than we did pre-pandemic, but it is proving very hard to get that message out. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 13th of May, we have our preview of our courses. On the 19th of May, we're doing leadership training for managers, that's the kickoff. On the 20th of May, we're doing winning with relationship selling. That will be the kickoff date, the 20th. Then on the 28th, in our professional ongoing education series, we will have the next class. That's the 28th of May. Check out our website, www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. And they're all available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Sundays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Consequently, cold calling is in remission to most people. Blocking and tackling still has to move forward, and we need to think of different ways of grabbing buyer attention. In normal times, turning up to the office and trying to see the buyer will be thought to be inefficient. Tobikomi Eigyo needs to make a comeback. It is much harder to eject people from the office reception than on the phone or over email. Companies are getting back to the office at least a couple of days a week, so there is a chance the buyer will be there. And guess what? They are not meeting other sellers because the guard dogs are keeping salespeople at bay and no one else is just dropping in. Naturally, many of the newer buildings have elaborate entry procedures requiring QR codes, etc., but not every buyer is thus shielded from us dropping by. Is it efficient? Compared to just getting blocked all of the time, it is slightly better than nothing. At least it gives us a chance to meet the buyer and set up a formal appointment for a later stage. Is it enjoyable? Just suddenly barging into the reception area and trying to meet the buyer? Not really, but you need a thick hide if you want to be in sales, so you have to harden up. By the way, if anyone ever complains to you about your tactics to see the buyer, just say, yes, I can completely understand your viewpoint, and I'm also sure that this is the type of mindset an approach you would want to see from your own sales team when facing these tough times due to the pandemic. Believe me, they will quickly get the point, and even if you are still blocked, there has been no brand damage. Sending something interesting by mail is another good idea. The guard dog will block your call, but will diligently deliver the mail package to the boss's desk. Put together some contents which will get the buyer interested. Make the package slightly lumpy so that it doesn't look like a bunch of boring documents. Whatever you need to put in there, it better answer the buyer's most pressing need and be able to inform the buyer of that fact in just 2 seconds. The window of attention is only showing a sliver these days, as everyone is so busy. We have to make the most of the chance we have manufactured. Blocking and tackling and grinding drives us all crazy, but we cannot defy the truth of the importance of mastering the basics in sales. You can talk up a storm, project the arrival of the whale any moment now, and make all manner of excuses. But either the deal gets done and the money gets banked, or it doesn't. Back to basics, everyone. If you want to survive what the world is throwing at us all right now. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.